Hey guys, we made a video for you yesterday, but it was too long and it would not upload. We even tried all night long to let it upload and it would not. So we're doing it again. So I'm sorry that we're releasing this on Sunday instead of Saturday. But what we're gonna make today is a fat cow. From Mr. Todd's last lesson was about the Pharaoh and the dreams that he had that Joseph interpreted, and there were fat cows and skinny cows. So we're going to make a fat cow today, and so you want to cut out the shape of his head, and then for the ears, what I did was I went ahead and made one ear, and it's like the kind of like the shape of a fat football, and then I fold my paper in half and I traced that ear onto here so that I could make the other ear generally the same. And I'm cutting just barely inside my penciled line so that the line itself doesn't show up, but you could flip your ear over if you needed to. And then you can just put a little bit of glue on and try to put it generally in the same location as the other ear, or your cow can have lopsided ears if you want. So you can see on here, these mouthpieces are two different pieces, okay? So I've cut out this one, and I just need to put a little bit of glue on it, and it's going to be kind of underneath this, all right? And then the top part that is like this part of his mouth, it's almost shaped like a bean that you would cut out. And you can make it fatter or skinnier or shorter or whatever you want. We're not gonna put it on yet though, because we need to put the grass on. So I did not have any green paper, so we just colored the paper with a green highlighter or green marker on the front and back. And you can cut some skinny pieces and some fat pieces or whatever you want to do. Say hello to Tigger. After you do that, you can stack up all your strips together, and then you just kind of fold them back and forth and to kind of crinkle them up, because this is grass or hay that your cow's eating. So you just kind of do that, okay? So whenever you get them going, you can, so I'm just gonna cut my strips in half, and then we can glue them on here. So that's why we don't want to put that big piece on yet. So I'm just gonna make a little strip of my glue, and you want them to kind of go every which way, and they can crisscross across each other, or however you want to do it, because it's not meant to be super neat. You know, cows don't use their table manners. Some of you have cows, so you know all about this. Now, if you want, whenever you're done making this, you could also make one of the skinny cows from the story. That would be fun. All right, so I'm going to put those on there. And then I'm going to put glue on this part. And so it's sort of shaped like a bean, and you want that little dip down toward the bottom like that, okay? And just kind of situate it on there kind of neatly. Go ahead, and I'm going to put this over here so you can see it. Go ahead and put your nostrils on your cow before you start gluing these next pieces. So I saved a few of my little green pieces to have some coming up like that, okay? So I'm gonna put my glue on, and we're gonna have some extra little pieces coming up here, all kind of crazy, for this meal that our fat cow is eating, because the fat cow is, he's from the times, the good times, the times of harvest and the times of plenty, okay? So You can cut this eyepiece to any kind of shape that you want, but I'm gonna have, for this other piece that's up there at the top of the head, I kind of need to know the shape that it needs to follow at the top. So I'm gonna put him right here and kind of trace what shape we need that. So that'll let me know kind of the slope to cut it on. And then beyond that, you can just make that little spot on your cow, whatever kind of shape you want it to be. Okay. And we'll glue that on. You kind of want to get your glue all the way to the edges of that. There we go. There's our cow's other spot. And then if you have some googly eyes, you can use that. If you don't, you can just draw your eyes on. But whenever I put my googly eyes on, these in relation to how big my cow's face is, the eyes were sort of small. So that's why I kind of drew around it to make it a bigger eye. And I put eyelashes on my cow. And you don't have to if you don't want. All right, so there's our cow. Now we kind of want to make him a puppet using our popsicle stick, okay? So I'll grab my stick. I want to glue the back of my stick and put glue down the back of my cow. And just press that on there. Now, I used cardstock on my white part. You might not have cardstock, and especially if you're not using cardstock, he's kind of floppy, okay, just using the popsicle stick. So to remedy that, I used some spaghetti sticks. And I have thin spaghetti, so I used 4 of them. It's really a little bit too long, so you can break some of it off. And keeping them all in a row, all beside each other, I taped them together in three spots, okay? So kind of at the beginning and the middle and at the end. And then we can tape this onto the back of our cow for extra support. So I can put it right here, kind of going up the center in line with my popsicle stick, and tape that on there, and then tape it around my popsicle stick. All right, and then for a little bit of extra support to keep all this together back here, you can just cut out a piece of your paper that you have. It doesn't have to be in any certain beautiful shape. But we can put this on here, put glue on, and put it across the popsicle stick and the spaghetti together. And that's just gonna kind of hold it and keep it secure, okay? And so whenever we do that, now we have our fat cow. And again, if you have more popsicle sticks and more googly eyes, you can make yourself a skinny cow and review Mr. Todd's lesson where Joseph interpreted the Pharaoh's dreams about the 7 years of famine and the 7 years of good. We love you all. Hope to see you soon.